Now let's look at the solution to question number 6. Now if I observe the question, it is an editing based question. It clearly says the following paragraph has not been edited. There is an error in each line. Write the error along with its correction in the space provided. If you observe, the paragraph has been divided into 4 parts. Against each line you have 2 blanks. You have to write both error and correction in your answer sheet, finding grammatical errors from each particular part of the line. So first step is read the para, identify the tense. Talam is situated in an altitude of about 550 feet on a southern arm of a deep bay off the Western Ghats. Talam boasts of delight forest scenery. Once I have read this, I have a hang of the tense of the paragraph, and now all the individual parts of speech based errors can be tackled. So when you are looking at this particular question, keep in mind that for each correct answer you get 1 mark, and therefore the entire section is going to give you 4 marks. Now if I observe the first part here, Talam is situated in an altitude. Clearly, if you observe, if you are referring to a specific height mentioned, instead of in, the correct preposition should be at. So that becomes the first answer. It's situated at an altitude of about 550 feet on a southern arm. So in case of directions, it has to be article the instead of a. So rather than writing a, I should have written the. So in my answer, the error becomes article a, the correction becomes article the. It is situated at an altitude of about 550 feet on the southern arm of a deep bay of the Western Ghats. On the southern arm of a deep bay of the Western Ghats. If it's situated in Western Ghats, preposition of becomes grammatically incorrect, and thus the correct answer should be in place of. And lastly, Talam boasts of delight forest scenery. Now this is slightly tricky. Delight is not describing the scenery. The word that becomes the adjective of delight, which is the nominalized form, would be delightful. So if I am describing forest scenery, I need an adjective. But the word that is mentioned here is not acting as an adjective, and thus delight has to be removed and delightful should be the correction. So if you observe the difficulty level of the question, it was fairly straightforward. Most of the answers are clearly laid out as far as the hints of the questions are concerned. So the only part that could have probably raised a doubt in your head was this last part. The rest of the answers are fairly simple in terms of attempting the question. So I hope the explanation helped you to crack the answer to the questions. Now let's look at question number 7 and see the solution of that part. Let's proceed to the next one.